What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Don BTS. This is a series, this is a channel where I kind of allow you guys to see behind the mirror, behind the glass, behind, the motivational speaker. And you guys get to see pretty much like who I am as an actual person. And actually figure out who I am, the stuff I like to do, things like that. But like I said, a lot of you guys are going to be asking the question of like, Don, what is the point behind this channel? What is it? Like I said before, this is a insight, a more in-depth look into who I am. You guys will actually get to know me, my personality, my quirks, stuff I do, things like that. I'm going to take you guys on, pretty much just show you guys like what I do. I should have not taken this way. Thank you. Yo, this person's an actual G. I love you. Nobody ever stops whenever you come into this shit. But like I said, this channel is mainly just going to be you guys seeing behind the scenes, seeing who I am, what I do, quirks, stuff I like to do, personality, things like that. You guys are going to get to know me on a deeper level on this channel. And another thing that I'm going to use this is going to be like a digital documentation, a digital documentary, right? And by that I mean this is going to be me showing my evolution of who I am as a human being. You guys are going to watch me get more mature, grow the business, grow out the YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about problems I may be facing, stuff like that. Not a lot of things I talk about while I'm on the motivational YouTube channel _ DoNoire. Shout out to that. I'll flash it on the screen. But you guys are going to be able to get to know my thought process behind things, different things like that. And that's why I titled this video Learning How to Be a Man. First one is discipline, right? So for me, the biggest thing that I've always struggled with is I've always been told I'm a gifted person. I know that I am. I have a lot of skills that I feel like not a lot of people really have. A lot of things come to me naturally that not a lot of people have the same ability to do. And because of this, I've kind of not taken a lot of stuff in life seriously. I've not really had to fight to get something because I've naturally been good enough to where it will just come to me without me having to do much. So what I've been learning to do is that it's not going to be enough for me to just naturally kind of let stuff happen to me. I need to be chasing this shit down with fervor and intent, with like undying passion. That is how I should be chasing all of the goals that I have in life. I love movies, I love content creation, I love telling a story. So for me to be able to take what I've gone through in life, or kind of just teach lessons, or like just show people my age that, like, I understand there are some people our age who are like that, right? They got the car, the penthouse, the crib, the lifestyle you may want. They, may have all of these things, but really what I want to show people is that, like, no matter what, even if you've been told a whole bunch of things, or even if you've been doubted most of your life, you can get this shit. It does not matter. All it takes is hard work, consistency, and discipline, and that's really it. I'm gonna pick the camera back up once we get to class, because obviously, number one, I don't want to be driving while I have a camera running, so that's kind of dangerous. Don't drive and record, kids. But with that being said, I am going to be picking the camera back up once I do get to class, so I'll see you guys then. As y'all can see, we've made to school, made to class. It is quite literally empty as fuck in this place. I'm about to get to class. Obviously, I cannot record because I'm in fucking class. But with that being said, I will catch up with you guys once I am done. Just because of the fact that, like I said, can't record in class. First day of class, want to be there. Yeah. All right, everybody. Just finished up going to class. Finished up first class of the semester. It's pretty fire. Kind of nice going back to class, being back in school. Picked up a Celsius just because of the fact of, bro, this nigga is on a scooter. Yo, I should get like a hoverboard or something to get around this bitch faster. That's mad smart. No, but as I was saying, it's just been, I've been tired, bro. I'm getting like 5 hours of sleep every single night. Don't do that, by the way. That's not the best way for you to achieve anything, so don't do that. But I am on my way to the library just because I want to get some work done. Because like I said, need to be able to get some work done. But also, like I said, I've been tired as fuck, so that's why I got the Celsius. But pretty much just gonna set the camera down, probably record myself a little bit as I go through and do all of my work. But besides that, I'm gonna let y'all go. Alright, so we just finished class. It was honestly not that bad. A very easy start, obviously, because it's the first day of classes. Nobody really wants to be doing an insane amount of work. With that being said, I am going to pretty much get ready. I'm about to go back to the house. Get ready, probably shoot a video, edit that video, upload that video, edit a little bit of this video, and then from there, I don't know what else we'll be doing, but well, actually, no, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be going to the gym after that. And after that, we're probably going to launch into a pretty good deep work session, just working on the course that I have, you know, getting set up, working on the school community, everything else like that. So, yeah, it's going to be a great fucking day. Can't wait for you guys to see the rest of it. But yeah, let's do it. You know, genuinely, I think this might be the most amount of progress I've ever made in the gym. Like, actually, in just muscle growth, hypertrophy, strength, aesthetics, everything. I mean, bro, since I've come back, a lot of y'all don't know this, but for people who want to know now, we're just gonna let the cat go. I moved to Rhode Island, came back, job situation, job market out there wasn't really that good. Came back, and one of the things that I told myself was that I was going to get back into shape and get into better shape. So since I've come back, I've done a really good job at keeping that. But like I said, the last couple of weeks it's been teetering off. Not as much intensity, not as hard as I want to go. So what I'm doing now is I'm just not, I wouldn't say easing myself, but I'm throwing myself back into it. Not going, you know, like full hard, bang, 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 like we're doing, you know, like I used to do like 4 sets, heavy weights, fatigue mats. Like I still do the fatigue mats and everything, but it's just kind of allowing myself to get back into that zone of being able to go and do these things. And one thing I want to tell you guys is like, never be afraid to step back and like recenter and re-zen yourself. A lot of times, this is going to be in the video that I'm going to be making literally right after this. So go subscribe to DoNoire. Again, flashing on the screen. The link is in the description below. But with that being said, the only thing that I can tell you is that you should never feel bad about recentering yourself as a human being and trying to get better at what you want to do, right? Like, think about it like this. In the self-improvement space, we always tell people like, oh, go hard, you know, 1 year change your life. And that's very true, bro. Like in 3 months, I've seen more progress in the gym than I've probably seen in like, what, the last 3 years I've been working out. Like, I've been working out on and off, but like the last, I'd say like 4 months, 4 or 5 months I've been here. It's almost been half a year already. 4 or 5 months since I've been back. Like, I've seen an insane amount of progress, like just come in on what I've been doing. And like I said, sometimes right now, I used to beat myself up with when I would slip. And then I started realizing that, bro, we are human beings. We are not perfect creatures. We're not like the perfect creatures of habit. Of course, we're going to be slipping sometimes because that's literally what we do. That's what humans are. So at one point, you should never feel bad about ever slipping and not being the perfect version of you. Obviously, there's gonna be like, you want to make sure that every single day you get every single task that needs to get done. Everything that moves the needle gets done. That's obviously something that you need to remember that needs to get done every single day. But with that being said, never beat yourself up about the fact that you need to recenter sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna get to a point where you've been doing everything so perfect that sometimes you might need to take a step back and see what else you can add or what you can do better, because you might get into that state of doing something repetitively over and over and over and over and over again, and eventually it gets so mundane that the intensity that you had for it, the love you had for it, starts to diminish, right? That's that motivation kind of leaving you. And obviously when you build discipline, you're obviously not gonna like, want to hop off your habits, so obviously you're gonna keep going, but it's not gonna feel the same. Never feel bad about taking time to step back and recenter yourself and allow yourself to be able to like refine the passion that is inside of it. Every single human being does it, right? So don't beat yourself up about it while you're going through your self-improvement journey, that you might have to take a step back to reevaluate and find that passion, and burn it brighter. Or maybe even do the same thing, do whatever you were doing, but do it and tweak it in a different way that makes it feel even better than it did before. Now that passion is back, now that spark is back there, and you pair that new spark with the discipline you've built up, bro, you're gonna take that level from about here to past where you were when you first started being disciplined. So that's the biggest thing I want to say. Never be too critical on yourself. Obviously, always be critical. There's always something better that you can be doing when it comes to habits, eating right, learning, shit like that, what you're doing in your off time, right? There's a whole bunch of shit that you can be doing, but just being able to look at the entire picture and realize where you're fucking up and be able to be like, you know what, I'm fucking up because of this. I'm human, it happens, but we need to get on that. That's how you should be looking at yourself. You should be calling yourself a bitch, not out of a bitch place of being angry, but a bitch of like, nigga, you're better than this. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, like, lock the fuck in. We're better than this. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're slacking, right? That's gonna be a lot better than the voice in your head that keeps telling you you're a bitch because you didn't do this or you didn't do that or XYZ because you might have slipped that one day, right? Like I said, when you build up that habit, it's not gonna be good for you. You're gonna be sitting in a place where, every single time you want to do something, you do something new. If it doesn't feel right the first time, you stop it, right? Obviously, it's not gonna feel right the first time because you're fucking new to it, right? Like, how the fuck are you gonna be able to, how the fuck are you gonna be able to like know? Shout out Paul. How the fuck are you gonna be able to know like what is perfect for you, right? So with that being said, this is a whole little side tangent. I gotta get back to working out. But yeah, bro, like take the time and like actually learn yourself. Don't be mad at yourself when you have to take a step back and allow yourself breathing room to refigure out everything, or just smooth out the irons that you've been running into, the bumps in the road. Never be mad at yourself about that. But I'm gonna get back to it. We got some dips to be doing. Actually, we got some push-ups, so I'm about to go do those real quick. The one thing I love and I hate about having big shoulders, I mean, for my size, I definitely got, you know what I'm saying? I won't say I got the boulders on me yet, but we're definitely getting there. Yo, I promise you, trying to get into weighted belts, because I'm about to do weighted dips right now. Trying to do weighted belt dips and like putting it over yourself, that shit is the hardest shit in the world. It's the most annoying shit ever. You want to hop in the boat? Let's go, we hitting weighted dips. Let's go, yo, if y'all remember who this is, you're a real OG. I'm not gonna lie. He's in the earlier videos, so. How can you do it the front? Huh? Because my back is, look at the back of this.
Oh.
Right, but I'm sitting here just reading my list of stuff, and bro, I just made a video, just recorded a video about promises and how promises are important. Promises are one of the most important things that you should be doing and keeping to yourself. Go check that video out, right? As y'all can tell, it's a different day. I haven't been recording as much because I've been kind of busy, right, dealing with school, a whole bunch of other shit. But with that being said, right, I'm just reading this list on like who I am and what I want to do for this channel, right? And like I'm just gonna let y'all hear it because I just be having thoughts about whatever is going on. But right, with this channel, it's like, who is the audience for everybody? It's the underdogs, the unmotivated, the trapped, the people who feel like they have no motivation to do something, the people who feel like they've been doubted their whole life, or the people who feel like they cannot move. My audience are people who have so much potential, but you guys just don't know how to unleash it. That's my biggest thing. But like, I don't want to be a person who changes the world. I want to be a person who changes the world by the fact that my words make people change themselves to become better people. That's like really one of the things that I'm most passionate about, is helping people become like the best version of themselves. Like that's like low-key why I feel like I've always been guided towards like teaching or coaching type positions. Therapy. I thought about being a therapist. I thought about being a teacher. I thought about being a coach. I thought about doing a whole bunch of other things. And shout out to you guys. You guys will know this, but like I said, Conqueror Academy is being built right now. I'm going through building manuscripts, things like that. We are going to start getting that up, but it will be up in June. I promise you guys that it will be up. And also, like I said, just another thing, DM me on Instagram if you do guys want to have access to some of the manuscripts and some of the actual things that I'm typing about. I'll send you guys over little teasers of the Google Docs and what I've been working on, and just getting feedback from you guys, seeing what you guys want added and more from that. But as I was saying before, really what I want to do is have the power to change the world, and really just change the people who have the power and potential to do so, right? Every single person here has the power to change the world, but a lot of us doubt ourselves because of what's happened, right? Like I said, that these people doubt themselves. So I serve those at the bottom and show them that there is a way to the top, right? As a person who was literally born, you guys don't know this about me because I don't tell it on a motivational channel, but if you guys who didn't know, I am born with a bone disorder. When I was a little kid, I had brittle bones, osteogenesis imperfecta, look it up. I have this disorder. It's a lifelong disorder. And the thing that came from me having this disorder is the fact of, I was always told I cannot do a lot of things and I can't get to certain points, that I'll never be this because of the disorder. I was told a lot of times by my doctors, you can't get into like great shape into the gym, or you won't get really strong in the gym because of your disorder. That's bullshit. I'm 18 years old. I've pushed 250 pounds before on bench press. Probably curled than most men would ever actually do in their life. I've done a lot of shit in the gym that most people would not be able to, and I've done it all with a bone disorder. That's what I mean. The people who have been told you are not going to be able to do X, Y, Z because of your circumstances, I'm here to prove to y'all that no matter what, it does not matter, bro. It physically, mentally does not matter. As long as you take the time to keep working towards it every single day, it won't matter at all, right? So like I said, I serve those who are at the bottom and show them that there is a way to the top, even if it doesn't feel or look like they'll have one. I show them and make them think about what their top will look like. I want you guys, when you even look behind, even to the motivational channel or the behind the scenes channel, when you're on these videos, I want you guys to just be seeing like, bro, I'm no different than you. I'm at the bottom right now, right? There's a whole lot of shit that's going on in my life, and I'm putting myself in a lot of risk by doing what I'm doing, right? I have this promise to myself on what I know is going to be going on. So, bro, it's like, you have to think about what your top looks like when you watch these videos, because if I'm able to do so and I'm grinding every single day, what's stopping you from being able to grind every single day, right? And then what's the story behind it? The story is for all the underdogs, right? I want you guys to see the ones who have been doubted, ignored, and stepped on. I provide you guys the reassurance that being an underdog, that you can become somebody who conquers the fucking world. I have this deep desire, bro. I love conquerors. Alexander the Great, Napoleon's, bro. King Tut, bro. He conquered so much. The fucking Middle East and conquering the oil. Like any time there's just a powerful person in any point of history, they're one of my favorite people, because I love conquerors. I love people who I've always been doubted and just shown everybody, fuck y'all, I'm gonna do what I want to do and I'll get to the top. So yeah, when every single one of us are technically at the bottom, right? You guys can rise and make it to the top. Whatever your top would look like, that might be financial freedom, mental freedom, geological freedom. That might be moving away from people you don't like. That might be mental clarity. That might be living in your purpose. Whatever your top looks like, I want you guys to be able to see and be inspired by the fact that I'm doing it every single day. So why can't you do it, right? And in here, I just talk about all the different fucking types of categories that I crush, right? Inspiration, mindset, action, right? There's a lot of things inside of here that I fucking love. I just love telling you guys and talking to you guys. Like, I almost have this curator coach, like, best friend mindset. Like, bro, there's nothing about me that you guys won't probably get to know in this channel, just to let you guys know. But like, I don't even know how to explain it, but there's so much about me that you guys don't know that I want to just show off, because I feel like every single person is unique, right? So obviously I'm going to be resonating with some of these people, but for you guys, bro, it's like all of this stuff, really, at the end of the day, I do all of this just because I want to help you guys. And that's my biggest thing. That's why I do what I do. But with that being said, you guys kind of just get to look into a little bit more about what's going on. I mean, I have this video from like the other day, the gratitude. As you guys can see, I have all my promises written out towards me. And this is one of the promises I'm making towards myself, is that I read this board right here every single day and I get it done. I'm editing a video over there, and that video is about promises. I have a notebook with all the promises I've had to myself, bro. And I'm telling you, this video that I'm posting is about promises. Watch it. Really do watch it. It's one of like my favorite videos, because it's not even me yelling at you. It's me talking to you guys as a human being and letting you guys know exactly what's going on, right? With even in my life and the promises that happen and why promises are so important. So yeah, just watch the video and just, yeah, have fun with that.